Before you do a love spell, I would love you to watch this video. And if you want to know if you are under a love spell, continue watching this video and I'll explain. First off, I want to preface by saying love spells are not new. Love spells have been since time continuum, since back in the day. Our parents, had them during their time. So it's not like a new thing. It's just because the internet is more accessible to everyone and knowledge isn't that hidden anymore. So love spells can literally meet you in your room where you are. And that's why you see a lot of it everywhere. Now, you need to know some things before you get involved in love spells. And also, I'm going to tell you if there's a love spell on you, how you can know. So just chill. And how do you know that you have a love spell put on you? Now there are some people who think just because they're thinking about someone all the time, they're intrigued by that person, it means that person has cast a spell on them. No, it's just probably because there's something that person mirrors to you that you either desire or parts of you that you need to fix up or you need to notice and put more attention into. It could also mean that maybe you are developing feelings for this person, but you're just not, maybe you're like your emotions aren't catching up with your mental in that moment. So that doesn't mean there's a love spell on you. That's just natural emotions evolving because we're human beings. But if a love spell has been put on you, this is how you know. Do you find yourself always wanting to call that person? Especially when it is someone that you probably never had any attraction towards or someone that you just don't like. But all of a sudden, you want to call the person. All of a sudden, you're attracted to that person. You always want to have, giggity goo with that person. You always want to spend time with that person. You get unnecessarily jealous when you're, around this person if other people are talking to them. This could be either male or female because from my findings so far, even men do love spells on women. Most of them do not really go the black magic route as such. Some of them do energetic love spells, and that is done by when a man fixates on the woman he's trying to, get to like him, and he starts to perform self-pleasuring with her, really focused on his mind. That is actually an act of love spell. That only works if your spiritual boundaries are very low. Somehow it will get to you. Some other people would use, black magic to do love spells on you. There's the one about putting in the jar. There's the one about cooking with your, female period thingy. There's so many different types. I'm not going to tell you how to do any of this because free will is something you shouldn't mess with. So if you're wondering if you're under a love spell, you have to look at these things. Are you unnecessarily jealous? Are you finding yourself unnecessarily possessive and obsessed with the person? Do you always want to be around them? Are you always thinking about them after you never really liked them, you were never attracted to them? Then maybe you might be under a love spell. And if you're wondering how to break yourself away from this love spell, you have to do a cord cutting. You have to do cleansings. All these things can be done. If you're interested in knowing how to, you can definitely comment and I'll give you, solutions onto this. Or you can just research yourself so you can clear your energy space, your aura out of whoever this person is. And those of you who do love spells, I need to say this clearly. Messing with people's free will has its karmic repercussions. Okay? And it will be horrible on you. Because most people who do love spells always end up with that partner crossing the borderline of possessiveness to ownership to craziness. In some cases, the person ends up killing both of them because you've messed with that person's free will and the person has now run mad. Person has now run mad. And now the person wants to make sure that nobody else can have you. Nobody. Some people are still hiding from their ex because of the love spell they did and they forgot to break. In some situations, the person might even, pass on, either through weird circumstances or whatnot, but the spirit will never rest and will always be around because some of you did a binding spell. You bound yourself to this person's soul. You took someone's free will all because you didn't know how to love yourself. So before you do a love spell, ask yourself this: am I willing to take on the karmic repercussions of this thing I'm about to do? And I needed to understand that there is no good karmic repercussions of putting a love spell on anyone. So think about it clearly before you actually try this on another human being. I know that I have been accused of doing love spell on one or two people. But the truth is, no, I don't. I would never ever mess with anyone's free will. I've always talked about the fact that I champion free will. I love the fact that we have that, meaning you co-create the life you want for yourself without having to drag someone else into your mess while you're still figuring out. So if it's that it happens to be that you're always thinking about me and I'm always on your mind, that's not a love spell. That is just the fact that I am quite, an obsession. And I get it. I'm addictive. It happens. But that does not mean I did a love spell on you. In fact, I would rather you take that energy that you want to use to do a love spell on someone and do a love spell on yourself. Yes, do a love spell on yourself to love yourself better, to love yourself obsessively, to love yourself to the point that you would start to be the best version of you ever. Do a beauty spell. Make yourself look good for you. Make yourself confident. Make yourself feel love. Do a self-love spell on yourself. After all, that is your free will used for yourself. Why would you want to interrupt someone else's life journey just because you feel like you deserve them? Just because you feel like you must own them? Do you understand that doing a love spell on someone is an indication that is a part of you that you are neglecting, and you think loving someone else will fill that gap for you? How about you do some shadow work? And if you do not know what shadow work is, you can research it. It is so easy for you to research. But the problem is, a lot of you don't want to do the hard work. You want everything now, now. We may all not be Yahoo Yahoo people, but a lot of you do spiritual Yahoo Yahoo. You're not ready to actually grow for yourself and become better human beings. This right here is me telling you that you can do better for yourself if you desire to. Do a love spell on yourself. And how do you do that? Do words of affirmation daily. Look in the mirror and say all the amazing things you want for yourself. You can do it into a glass of water. Speak positive things into it and drink it. And all these things are things you can do every day, easy things that would not take more than 5-10 minutes, and would become, this daily habit will become something that starts to show in your everyday life. It starts from within and starts to radiate out. I have mad faith in you. And I know that if you're watching this to this extent, you're willing to put all that love back into yourself. So why don't you do that? Because you're amazing. You're great. You are love. And I believe that love is you. Have an amazing weekend. I love you, but God loves you more.